Good morning, my name is Engineer Piyush Pandey. Welcome to today's session of Motivational Skills, and the topic for today's discussion is successful induction. Ladies and gentlemen, induction is a process wherein newly hired employees of the organization are told about the plans and policies of the organization. A separate seminar hall is selected wherein large number of employees who are newly hired are made to sit, and after that the representatives of the organization, they start telling about the plans and policies of the organization to the newly hired employees. Now, there are different domains within the organization. First of all, it is told to the employees that for what project they have been hired and what are their crucial responsibilities related to that particular project. And along with that, they are also told about different policies, as I have already said, different policies of the organization. They are told about financial policies of the organization. They are told about night shifts and morning shift policies of the organization. They are told about promotional opportunities within the organization. Whatever is there related to the organization, they are told everything. And during the induction processes, it also happens that when the induction process is over, simultaneously their account is started in some private bank. Now, these private banks are in close association with corporate people. So a corporate account of the newly hired employees is created. It is a salaried account wherein at the end of month they get their salary automatically deposited. So this is the whole process that happens during the induction process. Sometimes industry people also hire experts from outside, some freelance experts who tell employees about how they should behave appropriately within corporate sector and other such things. They are told about how to improve their communication skills, how to improve their public dealing skills, how to improve their skills of dealing with vendors, distributors and third-party partners of the organization, along with maintaining a cordial relationship with the employees within. So all these things are told to the employees who are newly hired by the organization during induction process. Now, what is the meaning of making an induction process successful? An induction process is successful based on two categories. The first category is the organization who is organizing the induction process. It must tell everything to the newly hired employee, so that the newly hired employee is not confused in any way after joining the organization. Everything, whatever is necessary according to the organization, that must be told to the newly hired employees. All those details must be thoroughly shared to the newly hired employees so that they are not confused when they start working on their first day on a crucial project for which they have been hired. They should not get confused about anything related to the organization. The induction process should be so smooth, so authentic, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the second case is the responsibility of the people who are participating in the induction process. It means the newly hired employees of the organization. They must listen everything thoroughly. The success of induction process majorly depends upon the listening skills of the participating candidates, the listening skills of the newly hired employees of the organization. Their listening skills should be immaculate, ladies and gentlemen. They must try to thoroughly understand that what are the plans and policies of the organization, the project for which they have been hired, how effectively they have to work over that project to ensure the success of the organization and ultimately ensuring success and increment in salary for themselves. Increment in salary and promotional opportunities, it only depends on how thoroughly an employee works within the organization. And in order to work thoroughly within the organization, he must be thoroughly aware of plans and policies of the organization. Along with that, he should be thoroughly aware of his specific responsibilities that have been assigned to him. That's why the major success of induction process entirely depends upon how aware the employees become about the organization, about their own specific responsibilities at the end of induction process. That is very crucial. So the participation and Good listening skills of the newly hired employee is the only criteria of successful induction. That's why in most of the organization, induction process is not only of 1 day. In certain organization, it is of 1 day, and in other certain organization, it is of 3 days, 4 days, depending upon what the organization wants its employee to know. Unless the organization is fully ensured that now the newly hired employees are fully aware of plans and policies of the organization, now the newly hired employee are fully aware of what they want to tell them, that decides the duration of induction process. That's why in most of the organization, the induction process duration is 1 day, and in other organization, it can be 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, even 5 days, depending upon what the organization wants its employees to know. It all depends on what information the organization wants to convey to its employees. That's why the major responsibility lies on the shoulders of newly hired employees. They must be great listeners. They must be aware of plans and policies of the organization. And even after they start working, if they have any problem related to plans and policies of the organization, they should not remain silent. They should report the matter immediately to their supervisor. Because if they are not able to understand something and they move on, they will face bad consequences in future. That's why upgrading your knowledge and understanding those things that are required, it is the major responsibilities of the newly hired employees. That is very crucial. So newly hired employees must keep this thing in their mind. Participate thoroughly in the induction process, and if you think that you still not understood something after the completion of induction process, keep asking. Keep asking, ladies and gentlemen. This is the key to success. Unless you understand everything and start working appropriately within the organization. So that's all for today. I wanted to discuss with you. I hope that you learned my today's video. Please subscribe my channel ER Piyush Pandey, Trainer B.Tech MBA, and please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get instant notification of all my latest videos. Thank you very much. Have a great day.